Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Pulse USA Morristown. Today we have a very exciting guest, Councilman Chris Russo, Morristown Councilman. Chris, thank you very much for coming on to the podcast.
Bruce, pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Chris, can you briefly speak about upcoming primary elections and why local voting matters so much?
So look, and I've mentioned this before, the national news, national politics, it's on a 24/7 cycle. It's a little sexier, for lack of a better term, and that's what everyone focuses on, is national politics. But really, local politics will affect your life on a daily basis far more than what's going on at a national level. So it's always important to do your research, understand who the candidates are, where they stand on local issues, and then based on that, cast your vote. We have some big elections coming up this year in New Jersey. And that's really much it. But local elections can be far more important than national elections, again, when it comes to affecting your daily lives.
And what advice would you give to the younger residents or first-time voters about getting involved in the community?
So look, especially in a place like Morristown. So I'll speak as a councilman in Morristown. I'll speak to Morristown specifically. Morristown, there's so much to do to get involved. We offer a lot. Morristown is the hub of social services, so you can go to a number of places, volunteer your time to help people in need. Really is a great place to do that. And speak to your local officials and ask, how can I help? Even little things like we just did a trash cleanup where we walk around town, we pick up garbage. It's that simple. It's a good way to meet other people, and it's a good way to keep your town fresh and clean. So there's many ways to get involved, and obviously at any point you can contact me and I'd be happy to help you with the specifics.
Excellent. And do they have an opportunity, the younger voters, if they don't know a councilman, how do they actually know where the councilman's going to be speaking or getting involved in these local community efforts?
So one thing I do, speaking for myself, what I'll do, again, on the town website, there's always, if you go to Town of Morristown, you can just Google it and the website will pop up. You can see on a calendar all the events that are happening, or I'm very accessible on social media. My accounts are public. I'll post what's already happened or what will be happening. So there's many ways to find out what's going to be coming down the pike in good old Morristown.
And what makes Morristown such a special place to live and work?
So I moved to this area over 40 years ago, and I've been living right in downtown Morristown for over 11 years. And what makes Morristown an amazing place to serve, to live, to work, to play, is that we have blurred the lines between a historic town, and we preserve that magnificently. We're also a bustling city now. I mean, and Morristown was always a fantastic place to be, but now we just last night had the grand opening of Sanofi, the French pharmaceutical company. And beautiful building. There's going to be employees coming in. They're going to be walking through town. They're going to experience Morristown. So Morristown has become a bustling city with maintaining that charm. It's truly unbelievable.
That's terrific. That's excellent. And if I were to ask you, what are you most proud of accomplishing during your time as a councilman so far?
So I'm still pretty new. The good news is I haven't screwed anything up yet. So that's maybe my biggest accomplishment. But as far as, when it comes to that, I'd say it's more of a we thing. Like the council, the administration, the mayor and the administration, we work so well together. We jive well. We all have the same vision of where we see the town going, and that's great. So basically, if I could play a small role in that growth for Morristown, that's it. I mean, that's a tremendous accomplishment. I'm proud to be a part of a great team, working with the residents. It's just a great and a humbling experience for that matter. So I really enjoy that. So I would say that's where I'm at as of right now.
But you bring up another good point. What exactly is required of a councilman? I don't think that people know exactly what it is your objectives are.
So really, to sum it up very briefly, it's almost to say like creating law, creating ordinances, voting on resolutions. So anytime something's coming into town, it'll go before the council and it'll get essentially a yay or nay vote. And the council will discuss it, and we'll work with the administration, and that's really it, the gist of it. And then anytime something opens, again, not to go back to last night, the Sanofi grand opening, we'll show up there and support. We love to see this stuff come into town, ribbon cuttings, and being active, going to those trash cleanups, like I mentioned earlier in the conversation, being active in the community. And I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for all the council members. We do this because we care about our community, and we just want to be a part in making it an even better place than it already is.
That's excellent. And what's something happening in the town that more people should know about right now, or something exciting?
So something exciting, you could walk down the street, you could walk down South Street, you could walk around Park Place, and you could find a million things to do. So if you told me to find something exciting, just show up and you'll find something exciting. But as far as history goes, for you history buffs out there, I'm more of a World War II, Cold War kind of guy. But Revolutionary War history, Morristown's unbelievable. We have Lafayette, the bicentennial celebration of his farewell tour, 1824, 1825. 200 years later, he was a pivotal figure in the American Revolutionary War. Frenchman who came here and played a big part in our country. So I would advise anyone watching, if you have an interest in that, go online, do a quick search of Lafayette, Morristown, see events coming up. It's going to be a great summer, through June and July for that final stretch of the farewell tour. If you've ever wondered why Lafayette Avenue is called that, you'll know after looking this up.
That's great. That is awesome. And what's a perfect day in Morristown look like for you now that I know that you're a history buff?
So a perfect day for me isn't going to even sound that exciting. I love traveling, I love doing things, but sometimes the perfect day is maybe a 65-degree day. I go to, there's many great cafes. I go to one specific one typically. I spread the love, but there's one where I go to more often than not. And just hanging out there, having a nice cappuccino, maybe a breakfast sandwich, and just talking to people. Talking to people on my way there, talking to people in the cafe. That's almost a perfect day for me. I know it sounds very simple, but I love that. I take true joy in doing that.
And what are some of the events or associations that you support in the town?
I mean, as far as events and associations, I'll start with local businesses. There's say local cafe, LOKL cafe, and again, all the cafes are great. You can't go wrong. They're a great place to frequent, spend some time. The Seeing Eye of Morristown, if you're looking to get involved, or a great charity or organization. They've been around forever, helping people throughout the world. It's really great. The mission does wonderful things for people. And like I mentioned earlier, there's many social services in this town. Morristown is the county seat of Morristown. So when people need help, Morristown is the place to go. It kind of adds to our city environment. We are truly, we're a town, make no mistake. We are a town, but we have a city feel to us. And it's a great thing.
No, that's terrific. Okay, Chris, I want to know, how do people get in touch with you? If they have a question to ask you, what's the easiest way for them to get in touch with you?
So one thing I promised on the campaign trail, and I'll say it again, I'm very easily accessible. I gave everyone my cell phone. When I was knocking on doors, boom, 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 for months leading up to the election. I gave everyone my cell phone number, and I'm like, I'm going to get a lot of calls. I guess it's a good thing. I don't even get many calls or text messages, so I guess things aren't going too bad. But you can contact me on my cell phone. You can contact me on my social media pages. They're all public: Facebook, Instagram, and I will get back to you right away. I promise. And any way I can help, that's my job.
Chris, once again, thank you very much for coming on the Pulse USA Morristown. You gave a lot of great insight right here, and I'm sure you're going to do a stand-up job as a councilman.
Well, I'll try my best, Bruce. Again, thank you for having me, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you all soon, too.
Absolutely. And thank you very much for watching the Pulse USA Morristown podcast. We'll have another exciting episode coming up soon.
Thank you.